I'm wrapping up this letter that I wrote you. Maybe it's the only way to cut through. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Though it hurts, I only wish you blessings. When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. 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 Running from the truth was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Oh. 'Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh. No looking back this time. 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 No looking back this time.
Evening. Sorry I was late. I was downstairs watching funny YouTube videos and Instagram videos on my wife's phone with her. So sorry I was late. I hope everybody is well. I have just noticed that Don Husam's done an emergency stream. So there's a lot of people who are probably going to be on that. I really do appreciate you being here for this. I wanted to basically talk about world class. That's what the thumbnail says. We have signed world class. We don't sign world class. It's not a Liverpool thing. It's never been a Liverpool thing. Liverpool are always about making players world class. And what we have done is we have gone for the best, and we have signed two of the best on the planet, two of the best in their position in every department. We have signed possibly the best number 10 in the world right now and previously, and potentially the best number 9 in the world, and we have got them when these two players can still get better, and they are at the peak top of their game right now. There's a lot of the fan base which seem to be talking about something which isn't really relevant right now. And I get it. I get that we didn't sign Mark Guehi, but that's got nothing to do with Liverpool. That's down to Crystal Palace not selling us their player because they couldn't get a replacement in. The most important thing is that we got Alexander Isak done, because Alexander Isak scores you goals which win you finals. He scores you goals which win you get tight games. Mark Guehi is a fantastic player, but if Ibrahima Konate and Virgil van Dijk don't get injured, then he wouldn't have played for Liverpool anyway, because it would have been Virgil van Dijk and Konate, because Arne Slot isn't going to change that much of the team at once, including their attack, the midfield, and the defence. He's just not going to change all of those figures. And in a weird way, it could be the catalyst for us to get Konate on a new contract. It could be the catalyst. Because if he's there, then maybe we're not 100% committed to him getting a new contract. But if he's not there, then Konate doesn't have anybody that's really pushing him out the club, and he may knuckle down and sign a new deal. Konate was brilliant against Arsenal. Say what you want about the other games, but if Konate's going to put up a performance like that against Arsenal in most of his games, then he wouldn't be dropped. He would play every game anyway. And we just need to move on from that, because we've had a 10 out of 10 transfer window. We really have. And I hear people saying, oh, we should have got a midfielder, oh, we should have done this, oh, we should have done that. We signed 7 top class players, and 2 of them are world class right now. It's unheard of. That's not what Liverpool do. That's not what Liverpool do. It's not. I want Mark Guehi, trust me. I wanted Mark Guehi. I really wanted Mark Guehi. I thought Mark Guehi could give us the chance to win everything, because you've got so much strength in defence. But I was also under the impression that Joe Gomez was going. Joe Gomez isn't gone now. So you still have a phenomenal defence. Joe Gomez came on against Arsenal and looked like prime Gomez. Prime Gomez when he played next to Virgil van Dijk. Really did. He really did. And look, Konate puts up a performance like that against Arsenal, and we get a clean sheet, and Arsenal did nothing in that game. Let's be honest. This is Arsenal. Arsenal scored more goals in the Premier League than us last season. They scored more goals in the Premier League than us last season. They're the only team that did. So they didn't lay a glove on us. There was one save that Alisson had to do. That was it. One save. And it wasn't even a big save. It was just pushing the ball to the side. And if we can do this, and I get it, like people are saying, oh, we're not really playing that well. We're not really doing this. We're not really doing that in games. We've got 9 points and we played trash. like 9 points and we are still haven't even kicked on. We haven't even found a rhythm. We haven't even found our flow. We haven't. And I'm cool. I'm cool with it. Let's get better. Let's play better. And let's add Alexander Isak to the number 9 position. Add me Alexander Isak to the number 9 position. Wow, wowee. Wow, wowee. So next up, we've got Burnley away. And look, banana skins have been banana skins, like your Brentfords and your Crystal Palaces and your Burnleys and your teams like that. They have been banana skins for Liverpool in the past. They really have. They've been the teams that have done low blocks and we've not been able to get past them. We've got Alexander Isak now. We've got Hugo Ekitike. We've got Florian Wirtz. We've got plenty of tools to unlock defences. We have a Mo Salah that hasn't even started playing football yet, to be fair. You know, we have a Cody Gakpo that hasn't really done a lot yet. Like, what we're doing right now is we're getting by, and that's what we've done. Created a few chances, scored a few goals. Most of them have been Hugo Ekitike. Most of them he's created himself. Like, he started the moves, had a pass back to him, and then finished them. Like, Alexander Isak hasn't even had a pre-season. He's about to go on international duty. Well, he's on international duty. We need to get him into rhythm, to get him back into the team, get him back into playing football again. But when we do, wow. When we do, I think there's a very good chance that we do that. I think there's a very good chance that we go and get Mark Wakey in January, or we potentially go and get Mark Wakey in the summer on a free transfer. If we went and got Mark Wakey on a free transfer in the summer, that kind of sticks it to Crystal Palace. Like, you had your chance to make your money. Now we're just taking your player. But I would like Mark Wakey for the running. I would like to have that stability. I would like to have that extra player in the Champions League for the later phases. This could all work out well for us. There's not a huge amount of games up until January. You've got 2 international breaks, remember, and you've got a boatload of Champions League games. You never know. You never know how that might work out. But they've stopped their player from getting a move to a dream club for him. I'm hoping we go back in and get him, but we might not. Joe Gomez might be fine. Leone might come in and just look like a world beater, and you go, well, do we need Guehi anymore? Like, do we need Guehi anymore? You know, you have to ask that question. So it all depends on what the club want to do. It all depends on what the club want to do. But I think we go back in January and we get him for 20 million cheaper. We get him for 20 million cheaper. We go and buy him for 20 million and not 35 million. And Crystal Palace had plenty of time to find a replacement. But do you really think Igor was the replacement for him? I'm not so sure. But we'll see what happens. But we can't let this derail of what we've already done, because what we've done is insane. What we've done is insane. And I'll go into this as well. I want to break down our transfer window. I want to break down all the players that we've signed. I want to break down our squad. I want to go into detail on all of these things. But first of all, there's 100 of you in here now, so if you can hit the like and subscribe, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Yeah, maybe we do. Maybe we do. Maybe he's right. Maybe we just lowball them totally. Then fine. Maybe Guehi kicks up a stink, puts in a transfer request, and then we get him uber cheap. But it is what it is. But we have to move on, and we're okay. We're okay, honestly. We signed Leone for a reason. We signed Leone for a reason. And we think we've got something special there. We think we've got something special. So signing Mark Guehi might have pushed him further down the pecking order. I'm just glad that we didn't sell Joe Gomez before the Mark Guehi deal. I'm just glad that we still have Joe Gomez, because that's your third choice, and your third choice has won trophies repeatedly. He's been there, done that, and he's a stalwart player for Liverpool. And he's always a guy you can put in out of the blue, and he gives you a 7 out of 10. Always, just like Endo. Always a guy you can put in, and he gives you a 7 out of 10. So I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with it. So we've got 100 of you in here, so hit the like and subscribe. That would be amazing. Let me start sharing some screens. Let me start looking at some stuff. So what do we want to look at? So I got loads of stuff to show you. First of all, I'll show you this. Top of the league. And you know what happened last time we were top of the league? We never went anywhere else. We never went anywhere else. The last time Liverpool were top of the league, we stayed top of the league till the end of the season. That's how it goes. That's just how it goes. We stayed top and we never finished anywhere else but top. And look, it's early on, but we're already there. Like, the hardest part is to get to the top of the table. That's the hardest part. We've already done it 3 games in. And you have to be honest. Does anyone see us dropping anywhere else? Because I don't. I don't particularly see us going anywhere else, but staying where we are. And when you're flexing muscle, when you're top of the table, yeah, and then you buy the third most expensive player ever in the world, behind Mbappe and Neymar, then you're probably going to stay there. You're probably going to stay top, aren't you? You're probably going to stay top if you're 9 points clear. You've just beaten your bitter rivals at home, Arsenal. You've just beaten a team that you're taking their best player from in Newcastle away. And then you beat a team at home who have beaten everybody at home at their ground last season. They beat Arsenal, they beat Manchester City, they beat Newcastle, they beat Chelsea, they beat everybody. Bournemouth. They were scalping the top teams for fun last season, Bournemouth. And you beat them as well. And then you go and flex the muscle and spend 150 million euros on Alexander Isak, who is the third most expensive player in history in world football, the most expensive player ever in the Premier League. Where do you think you're going to be? Where do you think you're going to stay? You're going to stay top because you're already top and you haven't played much football that's been great. Like Bournemouth, we were decent. Arnie Slot said it. Like Newcastle, we weren't. Arsenal, we weren't. But Bournemouth, we were decent. And they scored 2 good goals from play that we shouldn't have let happen, but it is what it is. And this is the one. This is moving like champions. Moving like champions. Moving like champions. When you're getting the most expensive player in Premier League history. And let's be fair, a lot of the other clubs thought we should have paid more for him. We got him cheap compared to what everybody says we should have signed him for. Everybody was saying 150 million. We signed him for 125. We signed him for 125. That's how much Newcastle got. He had to give up a £5 million loyalty bonus as well to make that move. Because we weren't going to overspend. We weren't going to spend this silly money. And he comes to the club, and it's an honour and a privilege to join this incredible club. A proud day for me and my family. Can't wait to get going and see you all soon, Reds. And his biggest comment for me was exactly what Vert said. I have come here to win trophies, to win everything. That's what he said. That's what Vert said. Because that's what world-class players want to do. And that's what world-class players are capable of doing. And then you have his own club that he's basically dragged them into the Champions League, dragged them into any reliable, any position in the Premier League is down to him. Wherever they've ended up is down to him through goals and determination and winning games, winning tight games, winning games that Newcastle have done nothing in. They played ugly, disgusting footballing games. They've been terrible in games. And they've still managed to win because of Alexander Isak. And he's won a trophy with his winning goal for the first time in 70 years. And for them to give him that send-off, shame on them. Shame on that club. Shame on that club. You reap what you sow, and I hope you fail in every aspect you want. I hope your project turns to shit, Newcastle. I hope your project turns to shit. I hope you get knocked out of the Champions League early because you've got some hard games. And I hope you do. Because Newcastle have made an enemy of me. Oh, yes. An enemy of me. Utter scum. Utter scum, honestly. And the interesting thing is, the players are okay with him. One of the best chemistries I've ever had on the pitch. Anthony Gordon sending him a farewell message. The players are cool. The players are cool. It's just the club. Utter scum. Utter scum. And I haven't even talked about that absolute fuckwit. from the Chronicle. I haven't even talked about him yet. Like, I really haven't even talked about him yet. And this is them summed up. This is them summed up. This is what they wanted to do. This is exactly how we should announce Ekitike. It'll piss the Scousers off. This is the Newcastle channels. This is what they wanted to do. This is exactly what they wanted to do. So what did we do? What did we do? This is what we do, because this is irony. They wanted Ekitike, we signed him, he scored in their stadium, and then we signed Isaac as well. You reap what you sow. That's called karma. Luke Edwards. That's called karma. That's what it is. It's called karma, and it comes back to bite you on the ass. It comes back to bite you on the ass. And this is what makes me laugh. Johan Visser goes to Newcastle after what he does. What does he do? What did he do? He refuses to train. He goes on strike. He puts a post on Instagram saying that he was broken promises. He goes to Newcastle. And they're okay with that. You're all right with that. You're all right with getting that guy. And you won't even give Isaac a send-off. You won't even put a farewell on your Instagram, Newcastle, after getting 125 million for him. It's not like we took him on a free. It's not like we signed him on a free transfer and we tapped him up like Trent Alexander-Arnold was. It's not like he's one of your own. It's not like he came from your youth team. You made a shitload of money. And guess what? You bought a guy that has done exactly what Isaac did with the money that we gave you for Isaac. Just let that one sink in. Just let that one sink in. Yeah, let that one compute. Let that one simmer there, because you spent the money we gave you for Isaac because he wanted to move to win trophies on a player that wanted to move to play in the Champions League. You did exactly the same. And you've got Luke Edwards coming out and saying that Isaac wasn't putting the effort in the Champions League because he didn't want Newcastle to get into the Champions League. You're full of absolute shit. You're an absolute waffle job, and I hope you get banned from every single tabloid for the amount of spouting of shite that you've done this season. And I really hope, and I'm not saying this hyperbole, and I really hope that Alexander Isak actually tries to sue you for defamation of character. I genuinely hope Alexander Isak sues you for defamation of character, because you have tried to character assassinate this guy on every single channel, every single outlet you've tried, and now you're making crap up about him wanting Newcastle not to qualify for the Champions League. What he didn't score a winner against Liverpool to win them a cup. So obviously he wasn't trying. Like, he literally scored the winner, so they won the final. Like, and he also scored important goals that got them to the Champions League. You fucking numpty. Absolute cheese pilot. I really hope Alexander Isak seeks compensation and tries to sue Newcastle for what they did to him. I really do. I really, really do. Because nobody has suffered what he has suffered. Like nobody has gone through what he has gone through. I mean, the only person I can think who's gone through what he's gone through is probably Ronaldo when he left Manchester United, because he had to go. He had to go on media. He had to go on national TV to try and clear his name, like he was a bad guy. Like Ronaldo did nothing wrong. Like Manchester United were in the mud. Like, why would you want to play for them? So I hope he seeks advice and he goes, you know what? There's money in this for me. I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue you for just spouting shit and talking lies. Anyway, knob jockey. I like that one. Did I say knob jockey? I don't think I said knob jockey. I might have said knob jockey. But there you go. Anyway, just more. Yeah, just more stuff. Isaac has destroyed his reputation in football. Is he right? Whatever Alexander Isak goes to achieve in his career, he will always be remembered of the way he acted in the summer. Fuck off. Fuck off, you knobhead. Go and take your face for a shit. And then we have this. The number 9. The number 9. Like, how excited are you? How excited are you that he's taken the number 9 shirt? Like, I didn't think that he would take the number 9 shirt. It holds a lot. You know, you can look at the number 9s that have been successful, and there's not many. There's Ian Rush, Robbie Fowler, Fernando Torres, Bobby Firmino. There's not many. There's a lot of duds. Aspas, Carroll, Lambert, Benteke, Nunes. There's probably more. There's probably others that I've missed. But it's an interesting one. It carries a lot of weight. I think this is just his character. This is just his character. He knows he's going to succeed. He knows he's going to be successful. Barini. I didn't even know Barini wore the number 9. Fair play. Fair play, Mr. Watt. I didn't even know Barini wore the number 9. But yeah. Markovic wore the number 9 as well. Oh my God. Oh my God, you're making me feel sick. So this is a guy that knows he's going to succeed. But you have to ask the question, why didn't Mark Guehi push for the move? Like, so many people have said it. Like, the good guys don't win. How many times have you been in a job and the person who didn't deserve to be promoted got promoted, and the person who you knew was the grafter and you knew was the real reason why the company was successful got missed, got left behind? You have to speak up. You're in control of your own life. Like, to put your career in the hands of the club who only thinks about the club isn't thinking about your career elsewhere. It's thinking about you. What are you going to do for us? And Guehi was always going to lose that battle Because if Crystal Palace didn't get a player in, then they weren't going to let Guehi go. And he should have kicked up a stink. And he should have requested a transfer. He should have done what Isaac did, what Visser did, what all of these other players have done who've got moves to clubs all over the world. That's what he should have done. And he'd be sat at Liverpool now. But he didn't. And he's been left behind. And Crystal Palace might win a few more games. Crystal Palace might finish mid-table. Crystal Palace might get to the quarterfinals or the semi-finals of the Europa League, Europa Conference League. And Mark Guehi might win a trophy this year. Like he might. He might win a cup. But he's not winning the Premier League. And he's not winning the Champions League. And he might not get a medal. Because he might not come to Liverpool. Because Liverpool might move on. Because 6 months is a long time in football. And just depending what happens. And the problem I've got with all of it, if we are as good as we are, and we click, and everything goes to plan, like Slot wants it to, we don't need Mark Guehi. We won't need to sign him, because Leone will be that player, and Joe Gomez will be the fourth choice. Or Joe Gomez will be the Guehi player, and Leone will be the fourth choice. And then we won't need a fifth choice centre-back. And if we're doing really well, then we won't need one. The reason why we were looking at Mark Guehi is because we were looking a bit shoddy. But if everything goes well, and Konate gets his form back, then he's not needed. Big up Clive for the super chat. They only bought one. They bought a 19-year-old French kid. Yeah, they might get relegated. They haven't got Eze anymore. I don't think so, though, because, I mean, there's only 3 teams in the Premier League that are unbeaten right now, and it's Liverpool, Chelsea, and Crystal Palace. So, Joe Gomez is made of glass, maybe, but Glasner is a knob. Look, at the end of the day, you can say what you want about him, but he put his foot down. Like, he's allowed to. He's the manager. It's down to the club. Like, they should have got another player because they knew Liverpool were going to come for Guehi. They knew that Liverpool were going to try and buy him. So they should have got their house in order and got another player over the line. But they didn't. They tried, but they didn't. And what, you're trying for Igor in the last minute on a loan from your bitter rivals, Brighton. Yeah, see how that one plans out. And they asked for Gomez, like, on the last day. Like, seriously? Like, you should have gone and asked for Gomez earlier. But you didn't. And he might not get his move to Liverpool. I'm just saying he might not even come to Liverpool because he's not at Liverpool now and we might move on. How many times have we tried for a player, didn't get him, Zubimendi, and just moved on? Somebody else might catch fire and we go, oh, let's have a look at him. I'm just saying. Good guys get left behind. The good guys get left behind. Right, what else have I got for you? Got loads of stuff for you. Actually, let me do a couple of shout outs. Big up Liam. Big up Mark. Big up Edward. Big up Shankly. Big up Liverpool Goals. Big up Maroon. Big up Gaz. Not seen you on here before. Good to have you here, mate. Big up Clive. And also thanks for the super chat. Big up Regular Scouser. Big up Liam. I think I've already said. Big up Alex. And big up Johnny. Big up James. Big up Graham. Big up Taher. Big up Mr. Wah. Big up some of the members. Big up Harrison. Who else have we got here? Oh, big up Mr. Shankly, some of the members. Big up Squidly, another one of the members. Who else have we got? Anyone else? Big up Trump Fairgo, good to have you in, mate, one of the members. Big up Teddy. Big up Man Like Jav. Big up Oliver, one of the members. Big up Tyona. I said that right. Who else have we got? I think that's everyone. Big up Amit. Big up LFC fan. Ottoman as well, big up. Redbeard as well, big up. That's it. Any other new ones? Oh, big up Juju. And also big up Josim. I said that right. If anyone wants to leave a super chat, please do. And I'll read out your message. And if anyone wants to drop any memberships, please do. I mean, they could have literally really ruined their season, because if they've done Guehi bad. Like, let's be fair, they've done Guehi bad, and if he refuses to be the captain, then he's probably not going to put the effort in, is he? So, and you certainly don't want any player putting in like minus 5%, minus 10% effort, especially when you're Crystal Palace, because you need 100%, and he is their best player. Like I'm sorry, but he is their best player. Like Oliver Glasner has ruined his captain, a dream opportunity to join the Premier League champions after stayed on and played every game without a fuss, despite asking to leave. As well, the owner's last chance to cash in on 35 million on a player leaving on a free for all his own greed. I mean, they even had a 10% sell-on clause, which means they'll get money if we ever sell him. But it's crazy. I just think it's crazy that they've done that. Like, it is. It's a crazy thing that they've done. Like, and this is what happens with manager power. Like, look, we know about Jurgen. We know that Jurgen had so much power that he ended up making decisions that didn't help us in the end. Like, the reason why we're paying 125 million for Alexander Isak is because we paid 86 million for Darwin Núñez when we could have had Alexander Isak for 62 million, and everybody in the club wanted him, but Jurgen Klopp didn't. So we've all been there. And an exclusive from Indy is Oliver Glasner's leaving anyway. So it's going to be his last season. He's only got 10 months left on his contract. And everybody knows that he's eyeing Manchester United and Bayern Munich. If Manchester United or Bayern Munich become available, he is out the club like a Darwin Núñez free kick. Seriously, there's no loyalty by that cunt. He is out the club. Quickety quick. He is. As exclusively revealed by us last week, Oliver Glasner has big admirers at Manchester United. When the manager position becomes available, Glasner would be keen to take the job. He would. I don't want him there, by the way, because I think he might do well. I'm not sure he's good enough to go to Man City. Weirdly, I think Manchester City take Maresca when Pep goes, and I'm putting that out there now. I think Manchester City go and raid Chelsea for Maresca. That makes a lot of sense to me because he was Pep's backup. Like, he learned a lot through Pep. I think they go and get Maresca because Maresca would have had. He's won trophies. He's won trophies. Like, say what you want about Chelsea, but they won the Europa League and they're in the Champions League. They won the Conference League. They're in the Champions League and they won the Club World Cup. Like, say what you want about Chelsea, but he's won trophies, and that could definitely happen. They replace Pep with Maresca from Chelsea, and maybe Glasner goes to Chelsea. Like, I don't know. I've just had a load of super chats drop. 2 seconds. Bear with me. There's one more thing I wanted to post, which was this, and this is the whole Guehi saga. Actually, let me do the memberships. Big up Oliver. Massive thanks, Oliver. Everybody put W's in the chat for Oliver. And if you got a membership off him, then definitely thank him. Thanks, Oliver, for the 5 memberships. Really appreciate it. Thanks, mate. So I want to just highlight this, make myself disappear. Just in, the manager was ready to quit. Private jet was ready to take off. It was the final hours of the transfer window, and there's a serious conversations at Crystal Palace. The club owners are in shock because the manager, Oliver Glasner, has made it clear if Mark Guehi gets sold to Liverpool, he's out. Was he bluffing? Maybe. Guehi, meanwhile, is just sitting in a nearby hotel with his family and friends in a Liverpool tracksuit, by the way. In a Liverpool tracksuit. Doing a farewell video for Crystal Palace fans, totally blindsided. He thought he was off to live his dream with a private jet ready to whisk him away for his big media days at Liverpool. We had it all planned, but nope, the manager flexes his power and suddenly that dream is on hold. It was a tense moment for everyone involved. The club owners were embarrassed at his stance, and some officials believe the manager has too much power at the club. Just like Eddie Howe, just like Jurgen Klopp, just like a lot of other managers where it hasn't gone well in the end. Mark Guehi never made a fuss about wanting to leave. He just assumed the club would let him go without any drama. Now Liverpool are sitting back, relaxed, thinking they can target him at a discounted price come January, due to the player only having 6 months left on his contract. Okay, that's the last bit I'm going to do on Guehi. Okay. So now let's talk about some of these. Shall we talk about some of these? Like, should we talk about how much fecking money we got for these? Shall we talk about that? Like, we made 24.5 million for Ben Doak. Like, we got Kostas Tsimikas' wages off our wage bill. That in itself is a result. Because nobody thought he should be earning 75 grand. Nobody thought Kostas should be getting 75 grand a week. So we got £75,000 a week off our wage bill. So that's done. And they'll buy him for 8.5 million next season. That's done. 18.5 million we got for Queven Gallagher. He didn't cost us a penny. Pure profit. Tyler Morton, 15 million. Pure profit. Didn't pay a penny for him. Gerald Quansah, £35 million for Gerald Quansah. Didn't pay a penny for him. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 10 million. That's 10 million pure profit because we didn't pay a penny for him either. Darwin Núñez, we lost some money. We lost about 20 million on Darwin Núñez. But we still recouped over 50 million for a flop. Sounds good to me. And then you've got Luis Diaz, who we made double. Did we get the money that we paid for him back as well? Signed him for like 37 million and sold him for like 65 million, 67 million in the end, I think. Huge amounts of profit. And then Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott is on about 60 grand a week. Those wages get taken off us. We get 5 million for a loan, and then we get 35 million next year. You don't think Liverpool are thinking about the money that we're going to get next year? You don't think that, well, maybe Luis Diaz goes to Saudi Arabia. Well, guess what? We've got a 30% sell-on clause on him. You know? You don't think we've thought about these things? There's sell-on clauses on all of them. And there's buyback clauses on a lot of them as well. You know? And this is the interesting one, because this is one that kind of I didn't really know about until Paul Joyce posted it. And he basically broke down our spend, which I find really interesting. So Liverpool have included a buyback and sell-on clauses in Harvey Elliott's 35 million move to Aston Villa. Yeah. And it's a lot to focus on the money spent. But sales this summer were 136 million guaranteed, 262 with add-ons. Yeah. But then you have to add last summer, because last summer we didn't spend any money. So you can add both of those years together, because you can add last summer and this summer. Sorry, last summer and this summer, because that number will be taken off what we've spent, because we didn't spend anything last year. So in total, it's 288 million guaranteed that we've had in sales, with 324.5 with add-ons. So if you want to really work out the number, because people aren't really working out the full number like they should. So if you really want to work out the full number, yeah, hang on, let me just get this up. 2 seconds. It's 412 million. That's how much we spent. 412 million. Okay. Well, if you take off, I also found this funny as well, because Newcastle were bought for 350 million. So we could have pissed Newcastle off even more and bought them this season. I just thought that was funny. I just thought that was a funny one to show. So let me just, I need to just work this out. 2 seconds. Actually, how much is it? No, 407. Sorry, 407 million. It's 407 million. It's not 412. It's 407 million in total. Hang on. I just want to find that image again. So that's 288. That's 407 minus 288. And this is the mind-boggling number. That's how much we have actually spent this window. It's actually less, by the way. It's probably 118 million. But we've only spent 118 million this window, because of the player sales last year and the player sales this year. And I haven't included the add-ons. Like, if you want to put all the add-ons in there, then maybe we're under 90 million, maybe. but let's just generalize it, yeah? It's 118 million, yeah? And if you add the Guehi deal, which we wanted to do, that's another 35. So we were willing to spend under 150. That blows my mind how incredible the business that's been done by Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards has been this season. And we have also signed, and I just wanted to put this up as well, because everybody seems to forget this actually happened. We've signed 3 of the most expensive players of all time in the Premier League in the top 10. In Alexander Isak, Florian Wirtz, and Hugo Ekitike goes into the list. And we have still only spent, net spend, 118 million. That really does need to be talked about more, because that's not only flexing, that is just using it. That's just using your assets to the maximum. Like it's making sure you are sustainable. It's making sure, guess what? We can go and flex again next year. Like if we need to go and buy a Barcola or an Elise or an Adam Wharton or a Bastone, because maybe we don't want Mark Guehi anymore. Maybe we want to go and sign a Bastone. We can. Or a Paul Kabasi. Maybe we want to go and get Paul Kabasi from Barcelona for 100 million. We can. We can go and flex with the biggest teams in the world now, because we are ran better than any other club in the world. Like everyone talks about Real Madrid. Real Madrid are government owned. Barcelona, they ran like a chop shop. Like, how many levers do you want to pull? How many rights do you want to sell? Like, bailed out by God knows how many people? Chelsea have got billionaire owners that are just throwing cash into the club like it's never been there before. Manchester City, oil. Newcastle, oil. Arsenal, idiots in America throwing bundles and bundles of billions at them. Big clubs. PSG, oil. There ain't any. There are not any clubs out there that are ran like Liverpool. And you can talk about Brighton, and you can talk about Bournemouth, and you can talk about teams like that, but they ain't winning. They ain't challenging. They ain't tearing up trophies. Liverpool are, and have been consistently. And you can thank FSG, and you can thank Jurgen Klopp. Absolutely thank Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp has done unbelievable wonders with Liverpool, but he has spent a lot of money, but he's also recouped a lot of money. And Arne Slot's doing the same, because he's got Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes. And what they have done in the last 2 years is unthinkable. It's unfathomable. Like, not in your dreams did you think that Liverpool were going to sign Alexander Isak. But this guy was getting talked about in the corridors of Liverpool in November. And they genuinely believed they had a chance. And they knew it would cost over 100 million easily. But the conversations were being had. We can afford him. We can price him out. It's going to cost us so much money. Yeah, but we can do player sales. And, I mean, what have they done? Like, what have they done? Like, honestly, like Grealish was bought with oil. Fernandes was bought with just money and money and money from God knows where. Rice was bought with with nothing because there's no money going back out the club. Like all the players that have left Manchester City have either gone on free transfers or they've gone on loans or they've been sold to Turkey. And then you got Declan Rice. Oh, sorry, then you got Arsenal. Arsenal, all the players that have left Arsenal have gone on loan. None of them have been sold. They haven't made any money. And then you can drop further down where you've got Manchester United. Well, Manchester United is just American money. Anthony, American money. Shareholder money. Money that's going to come back out of the club eventually. Because they always take money out of the club. Mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Moving like, I don't know. Like, is it Moneyball? Like, have you watched the movie Moneyball with Brad Pitt? Because if you watch the Money Movie Ball with Brad Pitt, there's an interesting scene in the movie. This isn't related to the show. I'm not going to show you anything. But if you watch the movie Moneyball, which is about Billy Beane going to a team and selling all of his best players, yeah, and having to sell them because they needed the money, and buying specific replacements to do specific jobs. But it's the Moneyball creation. And the person that was in the movie who offered Billy Beane a job after he won the Major League with this team that cost him, I don't know, a couple of $100,000 in the end, was John W. Henry. And he offered him a contract. And he said, you have created a way of being able to sustain a club, a business, where you sell assets and buy assets, and the way you replace and work around what you need is it's all data driven. And he offered him a contract and he turned it down, and Billy Beane didn't win anything again, but it was the fact that it was John W. Henry. And then John W. Henry's Red Sox then won the Major League using the system that Billy Beane created. But he didn't need Billy Beane, he just took his idea. Is anything different with Liverpool? Is there anything different with Liverpool? Because I don't see anything different. We literally signed a load of players for the reserves a couple of years ago, and we made mega bucks off them. Carvalho, Sepp Vandenberg, Queven Gallagher, Quansah, Bradley. That's what Bradley we haven't sold. We might sell Bradley eventually. Nico Williams. Who else am I missing? I'm missing other players. Tyler Morton. I'm missing other players, but I can't think of the names off the top of my head now. Harvey Elliott. Like, this is Moneyball. This is Moneyball. Moneyball 101. Like, this is it. Young players, players with talent, couple of years, sell them on. And then with that money, buy your Isaacs, buy your Verts, buy your world-class players, by generating enough cash through the youngsters that we're never going to make it, unfortunately, but you flipped them. That's what you're doing. You're flipping. You're flipping players for money, and you've done it over and over and over again, and you've made so much money doing it. So much money doing it. This is what it's about. Liverpool's not going to change. We are not going to change. We are going to carry on doing what we do. And by the looks of it, we're going to ramp it up. By the looks of it, we're going to do it even more. We've just bought a load of goalkeepers. We've just bought Peshki. You don't think we're going to flip him? You don't think we're going to flip Jaros, who's gone to Ajax on loan? You don't think we're going to flip Jaros? Jaros has a good season at Ajax, then we sell him to Ajax for 10 million. Or we sell him to a club in Europe for 10 million, and we paid nothing for him. Paid minimal money for him. Don't think we're going to do that. You don't think we're going to do that with Kumas? Kumas has a good season, comes back to Liverpool, flip him, we get 10 million. Kay Gordon might go out on loan. We don't need to flip him. This is how you do things. This is how Liverpool do things now. They're using the academy to the benefit of the club. The academy is going to benefit the main team because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to sustain the money of player sales and development. Maybe bring one player in every now and again. Maybe you get one or two players every 5 or 6 years. I don't know. Maybe you get another Trent. Maybe you get another, Train Ione. He might be something special. I don't think he will, unfortunately. I think he's going to be another player that we sell in the future. How's he ever going to get into the team? He's not going to get ahead of Gravenberch, not going to get ahead of McAllister. And do you think we're going to replace them with Trey? No, we won't. We'll replace them with another unbelievable player that's way ahead. Like, that's how it works. That's just how it works. Unfortunately, that's just how it rolls. Like, Rio might be amazing. He might be the one that gets in. We all thought Jaden Dans might. We all thought Stefan Bacetić might. No, we won't. Stefan Bacetić, we might get some games out of him. Then we might send him on loan in January. And then he might have a good season. And then we sell him for 10 million. Did it with Bobby Clark. We've done it with Tyler Morton. We'll do the same. It's how we do things. Leone, I'm not sure about Leone. Leone might be something different. Leone might be something different. That might be one. That might be a special player. But if it's not, we play him for a bit. We send him out on loan to a big club. We probably sell him for 50 million in 2 years' time. There you go. You've doubled your money. It's the money, Paul. It's how it works. It's how it works. What else were we going to say? James McConnell might be one as well. You're absolutely right. James McConnell might have a really good move to Ajax. And then maybe we flip him and we sell him for 10 million and pay a penny for him. It's just how it works. What else have we got for you? So I've got some more cool stuff. Hang on, I got a bit carried away there. Sorry. So I was watching the Swedish team. The Swedish. I was watching the Swedish team because now I'm a fan of watching Sweden do training. And if you can see the picture, on the right-hand side is Alexander Isak. On the left-hand side is who? Who do you think is on the left-hand side of the picture? Who do you think is on the left-hand side of the picture? So you've got Isak. This is for the Swedish national team. And then on the left-hand side, who do you think that is? Who do you think that is? Because apparently they were supposed to have fell out, weren't they? Because Alexander Isak asked for a move. So apparently they weren't friends anymore. Yeah, they weren't friends anymore because Alexander Isak asked for a move. Well, that doesn't look like they're not friends because they were laughing and joking with each other. Anthony Elanga, you're right. They were laughing and joking with each other. What's that? Please explain why Isak will break the record in LFC. What record do you mean? Can you explain what record you mean? Explain what record you mean. Also, this is from Indy. I don't know whether this is true or not, but he also tagged Aston Villa in this as well, which I found interesting. He believes that the Harvey Elliott deal will have direct effects on negotiations for Morgan Rogers in the next coming months. Liverpool are big admirers of the player. This info has come from the corridors of Liverpool Football Club. The interesting thing is, my source, who's been right about everything, actually said that we scouted Morgan Rogers 10 times last season, and he won PFA Player of the Year as well. Remember, Young Player of the Year. So he clearly is a player which has been on our radar. And look, we have to be completely honest here now, yeah? There's a food chain, and Aston Villa is part of the food chain. Like, they're not in Champions League, they're in the Europa League, and we can go and get Morgan Rogers next window. We can go and get Morgan Rogers in January if we want. Aston Villa are not going to be able to stand in our way. There's a food chain, and a lot of the clubs, I think they understand it now. After what happened with Newcastle, and we still got our man, I think there's an understanding that there's a food chain. And if they've got Harvey Elliott, we won't get Morgan Rogers. Sorted. We've already greased the wheels. We've already got the relationships. We've already given you Harvey Elliott, who would probably be balling by then. So don't be surprised if the Morgan Rogers rumours start popping up, because he's definitely a player that we looked at. Definitely a player that we looked at. What else have we got for you? Just on Joey G as well, like, he was outstanding against Arsenal. He made more clearances and had more aerial duels than any other player against Arsenal. And he came on in the 79th minute. He was sensational. And he was just what we needed. Because we were under the cosh. Because they brought Eze onto the pitch. Who, you know, he's a dangerous player. And that's our business. That's our business. Like, Pesci won, I think he won Goalkeeper of the Year in his league. Freddie Woodman, genuinely a good player. Like, I think he came from Newcastle. I think he might have actually come from Newcastle. But we got him from Preston on a free. Homegrown. Not bad at all. Looks good with his feet, by the way. Leone is supposed to be something special. Milos Kerkez in the same ranks as Leone. Like, up and coming. Could be serious. Mamadashvili's already a beast. Jerome Frimpong, beast. Ekatike, another up and coming, I would say. Like, still lots to do, but eager to do it. Vert, beast. Isaac, beast. But Vert, world class. Isaac, world class for me. Mamadashvili's kind of on the edge of world class, if I'm completely honest. After that World Cup that he had, like, I would say he is kind of on the edge of world class. But a couple of years, and I mean, I don't know what we're going to expect in a couple of years. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people that have wrote like Leone won't be a flip. He won't. Look at him. He's an absolute beast. An absolute Adonis, isn't he? Let's be fair. He's going to break a few hearts, isn't he? But he is a monster. Like, and Liverpool are really, really expecting some huge things from him. They really are. What else have I got for you? And Harvey as well. Like, big up Harvey. Like, I wanted to put this picture up for him because the guy's been class, absolute class, honestly. He did a post. He put loads of pictures in there, but that's one of the best ones, I think. Kissing the Premier League trophy, good on him. You know, two Premier League trophies, Champions League, and 3 cups, two League Cups and 1 FA Cup. Like, and I think he also I think he was also part of the Club World Cup as well that we won. He might have been. I'm not sure now. He might have been part of the Club World Cup. Um, but and he's won I think he's won Player of the Month award and a couple of other things as well. But good on him. Like, he leaves head held high, and he's gone to a good club. He's gone to a good club, and I hope he takes up the Marco Asensio position, because I think he will ball it at Aston Villa if he plays in that position that he did last season. And Frimpong and Isaac already getting to know each other. Apparently, they already know each other. I'm not sure how, but apparently they already know each other. But yeah, that's them in training. What else have we got? These are our five most expensive transfers, and two of them we've done in one window. Sorry, three of them we've done in one window, which is mind blowing. It is genuinely mind blowing. But I've showed you the money. Like, I've literally done a Jerry Maguire. I've showed you the money, like where it comes from, where it's gone. Like, I've showed you it, and this is the potential lineup if we want to go down this route. You could be inserting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players into there that we've signed this season. That means you're splitting the team in half from the players that won the league last season, like Alisson, Konate, Van Dijk, McAllister, Gravenberch and Salah, and adding these into it. It's an interesting one. And this one, like, I've mentioned this on Brian's channel before, but 52 goals were scored by those two players last season, and then now, well, they're both at Liverpool up front. Like, I haven't seen flex like this since Manchester United, when they had like an Andy Cole and a Dwight York and a Wayne Rooney and a Ronaldo, or a Wayne Rooney and a Tevez. Like, I haven't seen flex like this. Like, I know Mane and Salah scored a lot of goals, but they didn't score that many goals. Like, Mane and Salah were scoring, like, I don't know, maybe 12 or 13 each in the Premier League at one season, where they were like neck and neck. But 29 goals and 23 goals is utterly mind-blowing in the Premier League, in the hardest league in the world. Like, there ain't many forwards that come to the Premier League and score more than 10 goals in one season. Never mind 29 and 23. And the season before that, he scored 21. Like, it's not like he's decreasing. He's getting better. He's actually getting better. Like, maybe Salah regresses. Maybe Salah's numbers go lower, but Isaac's are going higher. Like, that's where we are right now. And we can all sit there and say, oh, well, Erling Haaland's going to be thereabouts. Erling Haaland will be there or thereabouts. But he's not going to be hitting the numbers like he did before, because he doesn't have Kevin De Bruyne to provide the bullets. But my days, like, to add 52 Premier League goals into your team, which you had last season, into this season, like, okay, say Mo gets 25 goals. Say Isaac gets 25 goals this season. That's 50 goals. 50 Premier League goals. That is not inconceivable. That's not inconceivable at all. And then you've got the rest. We have a lot of other players. Crazy numbers. What else have I got for you? Do you want to see some funnies? Anyway, I'll show you this one. So even if we signed Isaac for goals, yeah, we also signed Isaac so he didn't score goals against us. The guy has scored 3 goals and 1 assist in the last 3 games against us. Like, Isaac was a thorn in our side. Like, they're the numbers he racked up against Liverpool in the last 3 games under Slot. So he's taken away a potential threat from taking points off us. That's what he's doing. He's taken away a potential threat from us. But then he's also putting a crazy threat into our own hands, who annihilated Arsenal. Annihilated Arsenal at their ground, by the way. And guess what we have? We have another game against Arsenal in the Premier League, and it will be at their ground. And we will have Alexander Isak in the number 9 position to play against them. Oh, it's going to be emotional. It's going to be fun. And then we have Newcastle to come to Anfield. Oh, that's going to be fun. You don't think he's got a point to prove in that game? Remember, he came to win trophies. He came to win everything. And then the numbers. So everybody talks about Alexander Isak and, oh, he gets injured a lot. Isn't it a risk? Well, if you look at the years that Isak has been playing in the Premier League, he's getting more robust. He is more available for games now. 2022-2023, he started 44% of his games. 2023-2024, he started 70% of his games. 2024-2025, he is starting 85% of his games. He only came off the bench once last season, and the season before that, he only came off the bench 4 times, and he played 3,300 minutes. He is reliable. He is a starter for every single game in the Premier League if you need him. Just like Mo, just like Virgil, just like Gravenberch. He is there. He's always going to be there. His numbers don't lie now. He's not that guy. Maybe the groin injury was because he got absolutely rinsed by Newcastle all season in all of those games, and he just wasn't ready. He just wasn't up to speed. He couldn't handle the Premier League straight off the bat. It's a tough league. It's a very tough league. And it's a tough league when you're playing up front on your own for Newcastle, who are dog shit, played dog shit football. Like, It's going to be tough. But now he's ready. He's reliable. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. He's reliable. He is absolutely there on the pitch all the time. Thank you very much, Teddy. I'm glad you like my analysis. What else have I got for you? I've got a couple more things. I've got some funnies as well, which you might like. So this was from Pythagoras. This was mind blowing. This, by the way. So I covered this already, but I thought I'd just talk about it again. So, hang on, where is it? It's this one here. So this was, yeah. So this was Isaac. Okay. So this was from Pythagoras Boots. So one of the hardest things you can do as a footballer, as a forward, is be able to have a high pass completion rate. Yeah. And what you have with him is you basically have a midfielder with pass completion in your attack, because he never gives the ball away. Like, for the 2023-2024 season, he averaged an 80% pass completion. Like, just if you can do that in midfield, that's a really good rate. Like, they're really good numbers in midfield. But he's doing it up front. And in 2024-2025, there's a 77% pass completion rate. Like, that's one of our biggest problems. It has been at Liverpool for a long time, is we can't keep the ball up front. Like, we never seem to get the ball to the right person. How many times have we seen Liverpool in games make the wrong pass or lose the ball and then get countered? He doesn't lose the ball. He either gets the ball and shoots, or he gets the ball and gives it to a Liverpool player. Well, it will be a Liverpool player, and gives the ball to a player in our team. And he did it with Newcastle. Like, he dropped into the midfield. 4 defenders came chasing after him because he's got this magnetism. As soon as he gets the ball, everybody panics and starts running at him. And then he plays the ball off to a Gordon or a Ramsey, or a Jacob Murphy. Sorry, not a Ramsey. Well, they've got a Ramsey now, but a Murphy. And then runs into the box, and then Murphy passes the ball into him. Or another player goes beyond, like a Tonali or a Joelinton or a Bruno Guimaraes, and then somebody else gets played in. Or he goes back into the box and gets into a position, and then the ball gets played to him by Gordon. But he created the whole situation by taking the ball under pressure and finding another teammate. And it's a unicorn. There's not many players I remember being able to do that, apart from the likes of, and I'll say these names, and it's not hyperbole, but I'll say these names, like the likes of Ibrahimovic, like the likes of Ronaldo, like the likes of Benzema, like the likes of Berbatov. I'm talking about a player that can get the ball and get the ball to someone else in his team and then make a run. Rooney did it. Rooney was unbelievable at it. Like, Suarez did it. Like, there's not many players that could do it to a really high level, and he does it to an incredible level. Like, I mean, 80% pass completion in the opposition's final third. Mo Salah can't do that. Mo Salah can't do that. Mo Salah can do about 70%, maybe. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It is. I've nearly done an hour 30, so I haven't got much else to share. I'll do some funnies before I go. So a couple of funnies. Thought you might like this one. If you like my funnies, yeah, in the chat, drop a membership or drop a super chat and let me know, because I don't know whether you like these funnies, so I don't know whether I keep on doing them. Like, if you don't like the funnies, then I won't keep on posting them. But I thought it just lightens it up and it breaks it up a bit. Just realised it's international break, so Arsenal fans have to sit on that loss for 2 weeks. Let them sit on that loss. Let them blame the football. Let them blame it being a new football. Like, did you actually see the set piece? Did you actually see that we had two people in the wall that blocked the goalkeeper's view by design? Did you see that? Because there was two Liverpool players that were blocking the goalkeeper's view by design, and Zoboszlai told them to. That was a designed free kick where the goalkeeper didn't have sight of it. Tino Reinders, the series has been cancelled after the pilot episode. You know what? I had him in my fantasy football team and then just dragged him out. I just dragged him out. He's been absolute dog shit since. Absolute dog shit. Tottenham versus every other Premier League club. Tottenham versus Man City. This one's brilliant as well. This isn't a funny, but this is just brilliant by Harvey Elliott. Never forgot that Harvey Elliott refused to meet Sergio Ramos when Madrid wanted to sign him in 2019, as he didn't like him because of what he did to Mo Salah. What a guy. What a guy. I forgot Real Madrid wanted Harvey Elliott. Do you remember that? Real Madrid wanted Harvey Elliott. Wanted to meet him. Does anyone think that the Garnacho looks like Draco Malfoy? Does anybody think Garnacho looks like Draco Malfoy? I thought that was hilarious. What else have we got? This one. This is wild. Chelsea now own Brighton. Isn't that mad? The two players that scored for Brighton are now owned by Chelsea. Like, honestly, the way they do stuff is just, it has to be illegal. It just has to, it can't be legit. It just can't be legit, because how can you do this? Do you want to buy Ben Chilwell? Yes, I do. So Ben Chilwell is bought by Chelsea. So he signs a 2-year contract at Chelsea. So Chelsea sold him to Chelsea, basically, because they own Strasbourg. Like, it's just, I just don't understand. I don't know how it's legal. I just don't know how it's legal. I really don't. Like, make it make sense, because it makes no sense to me. It really makes no sense to me. Have I got any more for you? I don't think I've got any more for you. I think I'm all out of funnies. Unless I've got some from yesterday, from the last show, which I didn't show. Hang on, I might have some more from a previous that I didn't show. This one. Thought you might like that one. One of the classics, that one, isn't it? One of the classics. What else have we got? Sorry if you can hear the clicking. That one. Like that one. Arteta lost his Big Six record to a set piece. That is the best ever. Is that not the best ever? Come on. That has to be the best ever. Arteta lost his Big Six record to a set piece. That's the best. And I've got one that's even better for you. Hang on a minute. What about this one? Arteta in big games. Arteta in big games. Do you like that one? Arteta in big games. And then I've got one more, and then we're going to finish. Where is it? Actually, I've got two more. Actually, I've got three more because this one is hilarious. Declan Rice versus Liverpool. Declan Rice versus Liverpool. Oh, and I've got two more. Hang on, I've got two more. This one's amazing. You're gonna love this one. You are gonna love this one. This is Arteta. The last time he won at Anfield. Mikel Arteta, the last time he won at Anfield. The crazy thing is, he doesn't look any different. Like, the guy's like 15 years older, and he looks exactly the same. Like, the guy does not change. He is Lego. He is literally a Lego piece. And I've got one more for you before we head out. This one here. Where is it? This is nothing to do with Liverpool, but I just thought it was hilarious. Well, he's ex-Liverpool. Danny Ward was stretchered off on Saturday and taken to hospital after getting injured in the 90th minute. An hour later, he was spotted in McDonald's in his full kit, ordering food. That is mental. That is mental. Like, he's literally stretched off the pitch. An hour later, he's in McDonald's ordering food. And you notice he's holding his wallet with his dodgy arm. Danny Wood, Domino's, woo-hoo. Like McDonald's, woo-hoo. And then someone wrote, "What's all this about Ryan Reynolds?" Oh, anyway, got to finish on that one. All right. Before we go though, I just want to do a big shout out to Match Bingo, who sponsored the show. If you want to check out Match Bingo, you can use the QR code, and you can also use the link that's in my description. Right now, they've got a special offer on where if you deposit £5, you get £10 free, and every bingo card is £2. And we've got the internationals coming up, so you can bet on the internationals using your bingo cards. Remember, gamble responsibly and check it out. It's available on Android and Apple phone, and you can also do other things like cricket and other sports, and you can also do just a bingo card. So you can just do a random match. So you can play at any time, any hour of the day. And if you sign up, then you get a newsletter sent to you as well, and it gives you all the latest stuff on the games. And thank you, someone, for scanning the QR code. Appreciate it. Yeah, check it out. There's over 104 of you in here, so a couple of you scan it now. That would be great. Thank you, Match Bingo, for sponsoring my show. And remember, gamble responsibly. Anyway, I am going to. I'm going. You should have just done Just Eat. I'm going to send you on to another show now. 2 seconds. Let me just see who's live. Who is live? I think Hussam might still be live. He might still be live. Is he? Yeah, he is. He's still live. So I'm going to send you over to Hussam, who's been live for quite a while, but he might still be live now. So I'm going to send you over there. So just whack in KMAC Raid. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'll probably do another show tomorrow. I want to do a bit more of a deep dive into Alexander Isak. I haven't really broken that down much because we hadn't signed him. So I'm going to break that down and work on a bit more of what he will bring to the team. And I'm also going to go into the squad more and look at the full squad and what we're capable of, and the numbers that we could probably provide. So I hope you enjoy that. Because I'm not going to talk about transfers because there isn't any more now. So we can get stuck into that, more content. Remember, please hit the like and subscribe. If you're not a member, think about joining. It's 99p. It's worth it. I do a member show every Sunday, which is also great. And what was I going to say? What's that? Has he sent everyone over to me? No, he hasn't actually. He hasn't done a statement. And big up everyone that's become members. Thank you, Oliver, for the memberships, and also the other super chat that I can't remember the name of. I'm really sorry. Actually, Oliver James for the memberships, and who did the super chat? I can't remember your name. I'm really sorry, but thank you for the super chat. I think it was Charlie. But yeah, you all take care, and remember, put in KMAC Raid.